Today we're here with the 2014 Audi Q5. The Audi Q5 is the cousin to the Audi A4, which is built on the same chassis. This is just the taller SUV version. The Q5 comes in 5 versions. It comes in a 2.0T gasoline engine, a 2.0T hybrid engine, a 3.0T supercharged gasoline, a 3.0T TDI, and also as the new SQ5, which is a high-performance 3.0T gasoline engine. So, that being said, let's jump inside and take a look around. So let's start with the back of the Q5. There's 2 ways to open the power tailgate, either with the soft touch button under here or by using the button on the key. What I like about the power tailgate is that it is adjustable. So either your garage is too low or maybe you're not very tall, using this button you can reprogram it to a different height. The rear bay is very square, so it's very easy to get large objects in here without any sort of weird wheel wells or anything kind of getting in your way. Let's take a few measurements so you can get an idea for the space. It measures 44 inches wide, about 31 or 32 inches tall, and with the seats folded up, about 36 inches deep. One feature that I like that Audi has added are these quick fold down levers here that make it very simple to fold down the rear seats in case you have something large that you want to put in there. And these seats do fold down completely flat and lock in place. An added bonus as far as cargo space goes is under the rear deck here. Great place for muddy shoes, or if you only go out and buy 1 carton of eggs and you don't want them rolling around in the trunk, perfect for just that. The Q5 has a very low loading height, which makes it really easy to get things in and out. If you were carrying, say, a heavy box and you wanted to put it inside, it's actually very nice and low to the ground, much lower than its competitors. So, space-wise, I think the Q5 is just right. The Q5 has quite a bit of space in the back seat, and what I like is that it is completely adjustable. So, under the seat is a lever to where you can change how far back it slides. This front seat in front of you has these convenient cutouts, so your legs, if you're, say, 6 feet tall, fit in here just a little bit better. And there's plenty of headroom even with the panoramic sunroof up top. One thing the Q5 is not in short supply of is cup holders. Each door has these large sport bottle holders on the inside of the map pocket, and then there are 2 adjustable cup holders here for the driver and passenger. Design-wise, the Q5 is all about the rhombus, or the parallelogram. You'll see these shapes echoed throughout the entire design of the car. So here in the signature LED daytime running lights, down towards the fog lights, you'll see this shape here in the side view mirror with its LEDs. One thing I really love about the Q5 is how they have integrated this nice roof rail so compactly into the roof. It looks very sharp. Love the way the new LED taillights look, very, very crisp in the dark. And really the overall package just kind of has this nice athletic look without being overly angular like a Lamborghini or something like that, where it just hits you in the face. Regardless of which engine you get your Q5 with, it still comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission with the Tiptronic system, so you can still shift it manually. All of the Q5s are standard with the Audi Quattro all-wheel drive system. Now that's something that the Q5 can say about itself that not a lot of other manufacturers can. Most other manufacturers, when they have an all-wheel drive system, they have to raise the car a little bit to fit the extra parts, and it changes the center of gravity and thus the handling and the feel of the car. This is truly engineered from the ground up to be an all-wheel drive vehicle, and that's not just important in the snow. It's a lot of fun out on the roads. Gives you a whole feeling of confidence that you just cannot describe. So let's talk about horsepower for a second. The 2.0T, which is sitting here with me, the gasoline engine, has 220 horses. The bigger version is the 3.0 supercharged engine. Now that has 270 horsepower. There are 2 non-gasoline variants of the Q5. The first is the hybrid, the second is the TDI. Pound for pound, we feel like the TDI is the better deal. When you evaluate base price and overall performance and overall fuel economy, the diesel really gets it done. As for the SQ5, we'll hang on to that one for a separate video. We could talk for hours about that car. It's fabulous. So let's talk about safety on the Q5. Of course, dual stage front airbags with occupancy sensors, so if there's no one in the passenger seat, there's really no need to deploy the passenger's airbag. Side airbags, and curtain roof airbags that go all the way to the back for the rear occupants as well. US News gave the Q5 a 9.7 out of 10 rating for safety, and among all of its competitors, ranked it number 1. If you're not a fan of the push-button start, you can always use the key the old-fashioned way. There's a port right here on the dash, push your foot on the brake, and then push straight in and start it up. One thing that I think is kind of convenient about the key is that it separates. This is the actual key inside, but think of it this way. If you have a key ring with all of your house keys and everything like that hanging from it, and you want to give your key to a valet or to one of our service advisors, you can separate the key, hang on to your keys, and give the key to somebody else. Just really convenient. All of the technology on the Q5 is controlled by this central control panel. Audi calls it MMI, which stands for Multimedia Interface. Basically, it is a series of menu buttons and a central control knob, which you click to select. I like its location. It's convenient, it's right in the center, your elbow is naturally bent right here, and it's very, very easy to get to and not very distracting. You don't have to do a lot of reaching to get up to the controls. Right here, right where you want it. The center screen is very easy and color-coded, so it's simple. Radio is always orange, nav is always blue, telephone is always green. When you're going through the menus, and there's a lot, it's really, really easy to know where you are just at a glance. But realistically, when you're driving, you're going to be using the steering wheel the most. The steering wheel controls are connected to the center information display, which is tied in to the MMI system. So all of the information that you're getting here kind of gives you the distilled version up front. One of my favorite Q5 features is Audi Connect. Audi Connect is basically internet connectivity for your Q5. It runs off of a SIM card that you insert here in the dash. And the SIM card, of course, requires a data subscription, but it is free for the first 6 months. With the SIM card, Audi Connect enables the car to have its own Wi-Fi hotspot. So you can use an iPad or your other wireless devices from inside the car, or your passengers can while you're on a trip. Also, it enables a whole host of new internet connectivity enabled features through the navigation system, such as Google Maps and Google Search and Google Reviews, all sorts of things that a traditional nav system just can't provide. One of my favorite features is the ability to actually use your voice using the voice button here on the steering wheel and search for something that you don't know the address to. So like, let's say you're going to a local restaurant and you know its name, but you don't know what the address is. You can just say, Google search for this, and it'll find it, program it, and go. Another great feature with the connectivity is the use of the My Audi account. You basically sign up on your computer for an account that lets you go on Google Maps, find a destination or a whole string of destinations, and send those to your car. So let's say you're a real estate agent or an outside salesperson, and you're constantly making long trips where you have 6 or 7 stops along the way. Now you can sit at your computer in your office, find all your destinations, plug them in, send them to your Q5, and when you get here, just bam, 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 hit the list and go. Let's talk about entertainment on the Q5. Every Q5 comes standard with a Sirius XM satellite radio receiver and a free 3-month subscription, so you can listen to HD radio through the optional Bang & Olufsen sound system. My personal favorite is the ability to stream audio over the air. So let's say you have your mobile device with Pandora or iHeartRadio or any of your favorite music apps. You can actually play them wirelessly and listen through the vehicle's audio system. You can, of course, still plug in using the Audi music interface, which is like an iPod connector. Or, if you'd like to watch a DVD, you can slip a DVD into the multimedia port up here and either watch it on the screen when stopped or through the optional rear seat entertainment system. So let's touch on some of the convenience features of the Q5. One of my favorites is the power side mirrors, which fold out of the way and give you a couple extra inches of space in the garage. Very nice. Also, Audi uses the one-touch turn signal. So you can turn your turn signal on the old-fashioned way or just give it a single tap and it'll flash 3 times. You'll note the small indicator light on the inside of the turn signal alerts you to whether or not you've left your turn signal on endlessly. Seat memories are easy to find right here on the door. I like the automatic headlights. The daytime running lights are always on, these LEDs that you see, but it'll turn the headlights on and off whether it's light or dark enough outside. A couple other features which are great are things like the HomeLink garage door integration. So program your garage door and you can just use these nice flush integrated controls instead of having a big garage door opener clipped to your sun visor. That's kind of cool. And lastly, as you saw with the push button ignition and the advanced key, the ability to lock it up simply from the outside. Now this can stay in your purse or pocket and unlock or lock the vehicle, and then just jump in and hit the start button. The Q5 is an ace at fuel economy. The 2.0 four-cylinder gets 23 miles to the gallon combined. The 3.0 gasoline engine, which is supercharged by the way, gets 21 miles to the gallon. Now if we talk about the non-gasoline cars, the hybrid gets 26 combined and the TDI gets 27 combined. So the hybrid is a four-cylinder, the TDI is a turbocharged six-cylinder, and it's amazing that the TDI gets better efficiency than the hybrid. Blows me away. Configuration on the Q5 is simple. It comes in 3 different trim levels: Premium, Premium Plus, and Prestige. You can get a navigation system on a premium level. However, it does not include things like a backup camera and Audi Connect, the internet connectivity. You have to have at least the Premium Plus package and the navigation package to get there. If you opt for the Prestige package, it includes pretty much everything, including like the Bang & Olufsen sound system, Audi Connect, navigation, backup camera, all that good stuff. So let's talk about base prices for a second. The 4-cylinder turbo gasoline engine starts at $37,300. The 6-cylinder supercharged gasoline engine starts at $44,400. Now here's where it gets a little crazy. On the non-gasoline side of things, the 2.0T hybrid, which is the 4-cylinder, starts at $51,300. The 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel starts at $46,500. Crazy to think about when you remember that the TDI gets better fuel economy than the hybrid. So one thing I definitely suggest that you opt for is the Audi Care package. It's $820. It covers all of the basic maintenance for the beginning of the car. So 5,000, 15,000, 25,000, 35,000, and 45,000 mile services are all included for $820. And you get an extra point in the lease residual, so your payment gets a little bit lower. That's about all we have on the Q5. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask or come down and see one of our salespeople. Thanks.